Days ago I asked if you guys were interested in like a primer on film developing, and I got a lot of people were like, yeah, I want to know. So here's the long version. If you don't care, go ahead, swipe away. If you do, dig in. This is going to be fun. So the tools I need, I have Ilford ID11, which is a premix developer here. This is the fixer that I use, which then sticks the photos in the developed state. And then we have the developer tin here. This is where I'll be putting the photo onto the roll. And of course, some used film. So this roll is a little bit easier because it didn't get rewound all the way, which makes it way easier to load onto the roll. First, I just want to trim it just like this. So with that smooth top, I can go then into complete darkness, and then I'll be able to roll it straight onto the roll here. So I have some old film, and this slides on just right in there. And once that's on, I can roll it onto the reel. The tricky thing about that is that I have to do all that in complete darkness, like complete dark. You might be wondering, where do I get complete darkness? I do it underneath this bright yellow blanket at night in the bathroom with the lights off. It usually works. So I forgot to note in the last section that if, let's say, your roll actually got all the way rolled up, just use a bottle opener here and pop off the bottom, and then you can roll it on there. Just make sure, again, do it in complete darkness. So now my film is in here. This is a completely light-proof container, so now that the film is in there, I'm able to turn the lights on and work normally. Now I've measured out the developer here. This is at room temperature, and there's 300 milliliters of it, and it's at a 1-to-1 solution, so that's 1 part developer to 1 part water. And it goes. As soon as it goes in, it's really important to start agitating the developer for the first 30 seconds or so. So there's this little stick here, so I put that in and spin it, and that gets all the bubbles off of the film so that the developer can make contact with the film itself. Done, and I can put the lid on, and now I'll shake it for 10 seconds every minute. So I don't really know how to develop the film or for how long to do it. I use this website here on digitaltruth.com. I put in the film I use, the developer, and then I use a 1-to-1 solution. So at 400, I'm looking at a 9 and 45 second developing time. So now that I've finished with the developer, I'm going to rinse it out with just lukewarm water a couple times. Now that I've rinsed a bit, I'm going to pour in a stop bath here, which is 1 part vinegar to 4 parts water, and that'll make it stop developing. Now that that's done, some more rinsing, and then we'll add the fixer. So again, here's the fixer. It's a 4-to-1 concentrate. So that goes in. And then a little stir thingy. And then the lid. So now it's done, we can open it up. And see what we got. We got fun. Last step here is I'm going to use this squeegee here, and I'm going to clean all the water droplets off of the film. Just like that. Just a couple of these. And then we'll let it dry. Now I've got to go clean all this stuff up. Give it a good scrubbing so it stays clean. Step now is we need to get the film ready to be used, and since I don't actually have a darkroom to do enlargements and stuff, it's going to be scanned in so I can use it on a computer. Which, I mean, you want it on Instagram and stuff anyway, so it's what makes the most sense. I'm into groups of 6, so... and into the sheets to be stored. Make sure you label your film, so otherwise you'll forget. So I always put the camera I used, the date it was taken on, what it's of, what type of film I used, and then the date that I developed it. And then you slide it on here to get scanned. Just so you know, the shiny side of film goes down, and then it'll look right. Also make sure your scanner is clean, or else you're going to have a bunch of spots you have to Photoshop out. When I'm scanning, I found that 3200 DPI really comes out with a pretty good sized photo. I mean, it's not huge, you couldn't make a billboard out of it, but it's enough that it makes a good sized photo to work with and post and use for social purposes. So now we're just going to quickly save those photos. So whenever I save mine, I save it with the date, the camera, and then the film that I used. And then we load photos into Lightroom, where we can do little minor tweaks and fix some things to make them look just right.